The people of South Korea have taken to the streets to protest, seeking their president to resign. And I honestly like how organized the demonstrations were. And from where I sit, I strongly believe that that organization was brought about by the fact that every dude in South Korea passes through some military training. And reasons for their demonstrations was because the president declared the martial law, of which banned protest and went overboard to censor their media. Parliament went ahead to reject the decree by voting 190 to 0. And one unfunny thing is that their army stormed parliament to arrest their members of parliament. Then the citizens stormed the streets to block the army. The army had nothing to do but to equally withdraw. When they said, "The people shall," this is exactly what they meant. Because sovereignty shall always belong to the people. And it is because it is the people to whom power is bestowed upon them. I know these are interesting stuffs to watch for the Gen Zs in Kenya. In fact, I just saw some online Gen Zs asking why their Kenyan prayers were again being answered in South Korea. And this is because the Kenyan Gen Zs have tried it not once or twice, but it didn't materialize the way it has been materializing in some other first world class countries like South Korea. But I'm honestly glad that the South Korean parliament was without doubt restoring the faith of the people they represented in democracy, and it has become a shining example of how parliamentarians and parliament around the world should operate. The South Korean parliament put their people's interests first and decided to overwhelmingly vote to reject the decree by 190 to 0 votes in support. And if I'm just to put the parliament aside in regards to the votes they voted, this is something that it should be emulated to all the third world countries, including Kenya. And if I'm to go overboard, I hope that people like Kimani Ichung'wah and Moses Masika Wetangula are learning something from the proceedings from South Korea, because the South Korean parliament has proved to the world that it put the interest of its citizens first, then their personal interests later. And that is contrary to how our Kenyan parliament operates, because it is totally the opposite of it. So if we are to become a mature democracy, then this is something that we should emulate. And not we necessarily, but the parliamentarians to whom are sitting as House of Representatives, that it should always be the people's interest at first, then their personal interest later. But from where I sit, that has just been my opinion. If by any chance you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well feel free to drop them in the comment section and I'll give them a right of reply. And by any chance, if you have been watching my videos and you have not subscribed, you can as well consider hitting on the subscribe button. Thank you and may God bless you.